Hi gang, Scott Davenport here. Welcome to In Post. Thanks for joining me today. Well, today's video, it's about drawing the eye into the subject of your photo. And we have vignettes and we've been using those for a long time. And this technique is similar, but we're using instead sharpness, clarity in either adding it or subtracting it to help draw the eye to where you want your viewer to look. You can do this in any tool that has sharpness controls and has a radial or elliptical shaped mask, which is pretty much anything these days. I'm going to show you this technique here in Lightroom. Now for this photo here, I already took the shot at a very shallow aperture. This is at f4, and I have the radial filter turned on. You notice I have two pins here, here and here. Let's look at this first one. I'm going to hover over that, and notice the red area is where the sliders are affecting. And you can see I have texture raised. So right over here, I've just raised this up. Let me push the clarity really far just for a second. You can see that brightness get added there, right? Undo, redo. So you can see where that's getting targeted. So I added some texture, and maybe I will add a little bit of clarity now that I look at it. And what that does is I'm accentuating where I want you to look, following this palm frond down into the center of this photo. Now to complement that, I have a second pin, and I'll hover over that and you see the red on the outside. So in Lightroom, I'm turning off this invert, which is the default actually. It will affect things outside of the ellipse. And I've taken texture and clarity in a negative direction. Now when I did this, I actually had this right on top of the other pin. But then of course it becomes very difficult to select the two. So that's why I had it shifted there. But now, if you see where I'll take texture and clarity and reset those. And this is a subtle thing, right? This is not going to be massively diffusing and blurring things out, but just watch around the edge of the ellipse as I undo those two changes, adding back in this negative texture, this negative clarity. 1, 2. So it gets a little bit softer and just a little bit more diffused. And these are subtle hints to your viewer's eye of where you want them to go look. So try that out. Take a sharpening type of adjustment, clarity, could be contrast, texture, and then couple it with another one that does the opposite, where you don't want your viewer to pay as much attention to. I find this works really well with photos that are already at a wide aperture, so certain areas are already soft, but you really can do this with any type of photo. You can go to the extreme and do like a tilt shift kind of look too, make things miniature. That would be more of a graduated filter, a traditional grad filter. But anyway, I wanted to share that with you. Hope you found that useful, short, sweet, to the point. And we're going to wrap up the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, my name's Scott Davenport. Have fun.